Hi, my name is Davinia Andrew-Lynch. I'm a literary agent and I run the And agency. So what would I like to see in my submissions inbox? Really looking for middle grade at the moment. I would love more for the 7 to 9, 9 to 12 age group. I love comedy or anything humorous, and I'm also looking for something horror, really. And actually, I would say the horror thing also extends to YA, but obviously age appropriate and still fun with it, and nothing about ghosts, which is a hard one. Every day is hugely different. There'll be some days where it's just full on meetings, other days where I'm just editing manuscripts, whether that be the first kind of go through or a line edit. And then there'll be days just dealing with the day-to-day admin. So that might be kind of sorting through contracts, dealing with the design team about a cover if it hasn't gone so well, speaking to rights people, agents abroad, co-agents, sorry. And then also, it's not just about publishing. You want to see where else your writer's work can go. So I might be speaking to, development people and producers in film, TV, sometimes gaming, audio, especially now, which is changing hugely, and I think is a huge growth market for children's fiction in particular. So for me, if it's just, pure fiction, no illustration, I like to see a cover letter which is short, includes like your word count, the genre if that's necessary, and obviously the title, and then literally a 2-3 line log line or sentence log line. You should be able to kind of condense your idea quite quickly, and then just a brief bit about you, really. And not all agents want to see that, but I just find it quite interesting. And then I want to see the first 3 chapters and the synopsis. And the synopsis I always read last, because synopses are hard to do and sometimes people just get it wrong, and it can turn out that the chapters are actually great or not. If you're just writing texts, then I like to see 3 or 4 just to get an idea of your style of writing. And then if you're an illustrator or illustrator author, then I like to see kind of maybe 2 or 3 full colour copy kind of spreads, and then a portfolio, which would be good. So for me, I think getting that pitch that right is hard, and it's not a case of, okay, I think my story is about this and include every character going, every theme going. Remember, you've got to condense it down, and I would say run it through with somebody who has no idea about what your book is about, and see if they're getting to understand who your book is for, what type of book it is, and what's different about your book, really. I think often it comes down to the cover letter when it's in the submission package. Try and get the agent's name right if you can. Keep it short. Don't give us your life story. I think often people say, with children's fiction especially, they'll say, oh, I read it to my children, they loved it, or I read it to my students and they loved it, which is great, and it's brilliant to have that affirmation, but it doesn't particularly help us when we're considering it for the market. So I wouldn't use that as the go-to for your letter. Just remember, it has to be professional, which is like, when you're writing a job application, effectively, you wouldn't blurb on about your life story. You would keep it focused on what you're sending in. And then also, don't send anything before it's ready. So make sure you've gone over that manuscript a number of times. You know that it's the best that you can make it. Don't presume that when you're sending out to an agent, and if you get an agent, that they're there just to edit your work. You want them to see you at your best, and then they will help you take it further. And also make sure the manuscript is finished, because it can be frustrating if we've read 3 chapters and then it hasn't finished, and you're kind of, oh, can I send it 6 months later? Well, by that point we've forgotten, or the market may have changed, or we're looking for something different. So make sure that whole package is there. How different it is every day. I think, and also just working with the authors. I love it. I love meeting people from completely different backgrounds who write something which I genuinely get excited about. And for me, it's just seeing that talent, then meeting that person, seeing that they have the right kind of approach to it all, and then thinking, I can get you somewhere where you deserve to be, where your talent deserves to be. That we're gods, I think. We are just normal people. So I think expectations can be high, but also it's kind of, you think we have every answer, and of course we are professionals there to guide you. But I've gone into some situations, in terms of representation or just meeting people, and they're scared of you, which I don't see it like that. I see it as though we are a partnership. I know certain things and you know certain things, and working together we'll get to the common goal. But this is hopefully going to be something, or it's going to be a position where you're working with somebody for a long time. You don't want them to be scared of you unnecessarily. Make sure it is ready. Make sure that manuscript, as I said earlier, is the best that it can be. Agents sometimes will be willing to read something again, but you only get that opportunity for them to see something for the first time once, and you want to just smack them between the eyes, like I say on my website. So yeah, just take the time. We're not going anywhere. Options will always be there. So put your best foot forward.